Well, we did not leave McCarthy Road unscathed.
Nope.
Last week we drove down a road that all the signs told us not to do, and everything seemed to be okay, except for the baking dish. There are so many tiny shards.
Yep, we're gonna have to clean that stuff up now.
But after exploring Root Glacier and the town of Kennecott, we had to drive the RV back. And that's where everything went wrong. We're Kalyn and Joseph, and we drove our 20-year-old fifth wheel up the Alaska Highway with our rescue pup Trinity and rabbit Cody. We're also caravanning with Victoria and Craig from Wild RV Life, who are currently adventuring in Valdez. On our way to meet back up with them, we had not one, not two, but 3 RV issues pop up along the way.
First, let's start with the obvious one. We had a tire casualty. Whatever you do not buy this tire changer from Walmart. It sucks. Anyway, we don't know exactly what caused the puncture in this tire. It was something down McCarthy Road. We got about 30, 40 miles off the road when my TPMS sensor, it actually didn't start beeping at me, but I looked over at it and we were at 56 pounds and it's supposed to be between 80 and 90. So we pulled off, pumped it up, limped it here. Now I'm taking it professionally patched. And I hear you right now. You're saying, Joseph, this would be so much easier if you just put your slide in. We'll come back to that in a little bit. Honestly, I think we got a little lucky when it comes to the tire because that road was really rough and it's built on an old railroad, and whenever they grade it, they talk about railroad spikes being there and whatnot. We could have had a complete blowout of a tire, or even worse, had 2 tires go flat on us. The fact that it was just 1 tire and it was a really slow leak, so we were able to pump it up and limp it to Valdez. Yeah, I really feel like we got lucky. It could have been a lot worse.
Well, Joseph is taking the tire to get it patched and fixed. I want to show you what happened inside here. So do you remember the square baking dish that splintered all over the floor? Do you see all the glass shards? We thought that was like our only casualty from McCarthy Road, and it turns out what it did is it dinged up the cabinet in a few different places, it dinged up the countertop, and then we also discovered something else with the cabinets. You'll notice that this doesn't really shut anymore. And over here, you could see it's kind of off its hinges. So apparently, we were rickety and bouncy enough to be able to loosen all of these screws, and I'm gonna tighten those back up and then tighten the rest of them just in case, because I'm sure they are loose and ready to fall off as well. All right, let's see how this works. Pretty good. I feel like it's snug, so it's not gonna fly open, hopefully. Look who came back. It's all fixed?
All fixed.
Want to tell me how much it is though?
$75 freaking dollars. For something
Show me that little patch.
Probably could have done myself. To me it looks like it's not patched internally, which is why I took it in, was to get it patched internally. It very much looks like just a plug. But
it's fixed.
You know your husband, who's too kind not to go in and yell at him. Craig took pity on me and let me borrow his torque wrench. Now I won't have to deal with that piece of garbage, and I'll be able to get these torqued down to the proper spec. And now, on to why the slide is out, why I didn't put it back in. Some of you might have guessed already, but let me show you. This third problem actually happened just before we left McCarthy. I went to pull the slide in and I hit the button and I heard this loud pop. You might remember back in New Mexico, we heard a pop when we pulled the slide in. Turns out it was the same exact pop, but my fix held. It was the other one on the other side that snapped clean off. So we decided, since I didn't have the proper tools to do a fix there, we would still drive it back here to Valdez, and the slide did come out a couple inches on the front side while we were driving. Not ideal, But we got here and I said, you know what? My fix on the other side wasn't perfect. So I'm gonna take it to a local welder shop and see if he can make me 2 new pins. Well, the price I got quoted to make 2 new pins was about $1,000. Long story short, my wife has more confidence in my abilities than I do, and she said, you can do that for a lot less. So.
Well, because you fixed it already before. I was like $1,000 versus an afternoon worth of work.
Yes. We got that nice and snug, and that fits right in there. Oh, it's beautiful. It's a thing of beauty. Absolutely no play. The second that gear turns, the bolt is turning. Yes. All right, we are almost done. This was the hardest part to do because I have one pulley up and then I had to put this one in place so that I could mark where to do a drill hole. So I literally had to bolt it in place, get everything set up, and it's like, I just want to bolt it and leave it. But no, I've got to drill a hole right there. I'm gonna have you bring in the slide.
Okay.
But before you do, I'm gonna crawl underneath so I can watch that side gear because that's the one that needs to turn at the same time that that one is. Bring it in some more. It's perfect.
You do it?
It's perfect. Now we just got to push it out and make sure
it goes
that
out.
it goes all the way out.
Keep going.
Yep. I'm just watching Starlink.
Ooh, it settled in very nicely. Don't touch anything.
It's done. I think we're done.
Yeah. Yay! Air hug.
Yeah, air hug. I'm covered in fiberglass. I spent about $300 in tools and parts. I know how this slide works inside and out, and I fixed that side. And if I'd paid someone else $1,000, I was still going to have to take the pulleys off, put them back on.
So who was right?
You were right.
I was right.
But it was a lot of work.
It was. But I'm so glad you did it.
It is now complete and completely fixed. And now I can get cleaned up. I've got to put the stuff up and we're going to go on a little mini excursion to celebrate, right? Are we still doing that?
I think so.
Sweet.
Now, as you can tell, we are parked in an RV park, and this one, it is really tight. A lot of close quarters, as you can see. We're like kind of staring right into Craig and Victoria's window. We did try to find a boondocking spot outside of town, but someone else was in it. All the other ones didn't look that great. So we are in town, but it's actually really nice because Valdez is so cute and walkable.
Kalyn's fully in love with this town. I, however, am fully in love with the setting. Driving into this town was absolutely breathtaking. Driving through Thompson Pass, down into Valdez, past all the waterfalls, past the snow-capped mountains, and then down into this town, you're just surrounded by the mountains, and then you've got the harbor. It's just amazing.
Joseph said that he wants to retire here.
Yes.
And I've never heard him say that about a place.
The only problem is they do still get super cold in the winter, so that's probably not going to happen.
And they kind of had that tsunami
and
the oil spill.
But if we make millions, there will be signs, and the sign will be, I will have a summer home here in Valdez.
Okay, you heard it here first.
And even though neither Kalyn nor I are fish people, we do enjoy watching a couple of the local fishermen. You'll see what we mean here in a second.
Looks like the crowd is already there. If you do go on a fishing charter, you bring back the fish here, and I think they process it for you. So that's why all the birds are kind of flocking here to this area, but not just the seagulls come and get their fish. That one just left his perch.
Okay.
It's just like an entertainment show.
Yes.
Just to watch the eagles come down and swoop and try to get all the fish.
Every day at about 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock, they're filleting fish there, and the eagles just know, hey, this is the spot. We saw 5 different. We didn't see any of the juveniles tonight. Last night there were a couple juveniles.
I don't even know if these eagles know how to fish by themselves at this point. They're just given a feast. We're leaving Valdez this morning, which I'm a little sad. Oop, I just messed that up. I just messed up a muffin. I'm a little sad about because I feel like we didn't do Valdez justice just because we had so many things to fix. And then Joseph got sick.
Good morning.
He has like some sort of
Today's day 4.
flu-like thing where he's been coughing, congestion.
Achy. It's been a joy. And I'm sure I've been a joy to be around too.
You haven't complained too much, but I'm making muffins for the road this morning, and I just realized I do feel bad now because
you just realized this?
You can't eat the muffins and you're sick. I mean, you could eat it, you just might gag like last time.
I have to eat the whole thing, don't I?
All of it. Be grateful I'm not making you eat too. I did not go into this intentionally wanting to leave Joseph out, but when you have bananas going bad, you have to make them into something, right? So just happened, and since it's a travel day, I figure Craig and Victoria will share in them and enjoy them. Look at that steam coming off. Banana chocolate chip muffins, so good. Now I need to make Joseph something. Because already this travel day is really gross. It's raining outside. I hate travel days when it's raining just because you're getting everything like put away and it's wet and just not fun. You ready for this?
I am ready for the slide.
Ready to see all your handiwork?
Woo-hoo-hoo, yeah. Oh man, that sounded bad. I'm so sick. I shouldn't have woohooed. Saying goodbye to the full hookups again.
You got it on the first try.
I did.
Good job. I have something that's hopefully a little better than ketchup chips. Banana chocolate chip muffins.
Do you guys have your walkie-talkie?
Yes.
We gotta find ours. So
Oh, okay.
2 more minutes.
All right, we'll turn it on. I think they're almost ready to go. Are you ready?
No,
Because you do not look ready.
I am not ready for this drive at all.
Do you want me to drive?
I appreciate that.
Like, honestly, I can.
I think I'm good. I know
Okay.
you've got a lot of work.
Don't trust me.
No, I know you have a lot of work to get done too, so
Okay.
we'll work on that, and
We'll try to make it.
if I start dying, then you can drive.
Okay. I do feel like we are getting what Alaska weather was supposed to be
Yeah,
instead of the sun. We've been so lucky.
we've said many times, we've watched YouTubers last year, and it seemed like every video was gray, fog, nasty, and yeah, we have had beautiful sunshine, so I'm not going to complain on a travel day.
Can you guys hear me?
Loud and clear.
Hey Joseph,
Yep.
them banana muffins were so good. I just want you to know that.
They're gonna be Bob today.
Yep.
How'd they get so far ahead? I can't even see them anymore.
This is a long, steep grade. Top of Thompson Pass, we broke through the fog, or not. Looks like this is gonna be
We see nothing.
Looks like this is gonna be our view the rest of the day.
But coming up through Thompson Pass did make it feel like it was this Amazon rainforest
It was cool.
with all the waterfalls coming down towards the road. So that was kind of neat. Like, we've seen it in the sunshine, now we've seen it in the rainy season, rainy day, rain. We've seen it in the rain. Hey, that looks familiar.
Back to the hub.
Back to Glen Allen. I kind of want to get another smoothie at that
Go for it.
place.
It's lunchtime.
Yeah. And if you haven't noticed, the sun is shining. Like, it's like we pulled out from the coast and got into like middle Alaska, and now the sun is shining again. It feels so nice to not see rain and clouds and gloom.
It's also 74 degrees. It was 49 when we left this morning.
Yeah, I might have to take off my sweater.
Don't drop it.
I got him. This one's dripping all over my hand.
Oh,
though,
fantastic.
So hopefully we have napkins. No, we don't. There we go.
I got it down.
Tastes good.
It does taste good.
See, I knew what you needed. I guess I should tell you where we are headed. So our ultimate goal is Seward in the Kenai Peninsula, but it's gonna take 2 days to get there, 2 travel days. So we are headed to Anchorage tonight. We're gonna stay at a Cabela's parking lot. There are a few Walmarts around Anchorage, but I was reading that they do not allow RV parking. So Cabela's seem to allow it based on the last review on Overlander. So hopefully we're okay when it comes to that. Then we'll finish out the trip tomorrow, but it will also allow us to hopefully get some shopping done with prices that are not as crazy as we have been seeing in like Glen Allen and Valdez. And it's raining again. And now it's sunny.
Again.
Like, I don't understand what's going on with the weather here.
And 65.
It reminded me a little bit of Florida afternoons in the summer, where it's like sunny and then it rains at 3 p.m. and then it's sunny again. I just wanted to stay sunny.
I wouldn't have never thought there were this many people in one area to make such a big town.
I know Anchorage is big, like it's a huge city. We've spent so much time in remote areas of Canada and Alaska that I just really didn't expect it to be this big. It's so weird.
It's very strange to see like Walmart, Wendy's, McDonald's, like.
Yeah, like all these normal stores.
Yep.
I feel like we're coming out of the woods.
Do you see Craig and Victoria anywhere?
There they are. They're back there.
There's a whole bunch of rigs here. Holy cow.
But I do see parking spaces for us. All right, Joseph's gonna level us. I am gonna get ready to jump in Craig and Victoria's truck. We're gonna try to make a quick run to Costco. I think we have a half hour, so we're gonna do it really fast. We ready to do the quickest Costco run ever?
We're trying.
All right, I got my stuff. Victoria's her stuff. You have significantly more things in your cart than mine. But we had to go quick, so we're just kind of throwing things.
Well, this set of travel days has not gone according to plan. Actually, the travel day has gone fine. But yesterday, I'm on the tail end of a flu/cold, and yesterday with all the driving, my back decided to go into full-on spasm mode, which is going to make the last 100 or so miles today pretty interesting. So Kalyn is prepared to drive if she has to. She hasn't towed the RV on a lot of hills, so I'm still gonna give it a go. I'm gonna throw a heating pad behind my back, and we'll see how it works.
If you're coming through Anchorage with an RV and need a spot to stay, I don't necessarily recommend Cabela's. It was so loud last night. There was a lot of sketchy activity going on. Someone was revving his engine, working on his truck, honking. It was not a good night's sleep. Joseph was completely out because he took NyQuil and went to bed, but it kept me up all night.
Oh. And just so you all don't think that Kalyn thinks nefarious things are just repairing vehicles. Repairing vehicles were the non-nefarious things that were going on last night. We're pretty sure some needles and powders and other things
People
were
had
also
gloves
involved.
holding coolers.
Yes, there was a lot of sketch going on here. So let's go. Let's get out of here.
You sure you don't need me to drive?
We're gonna give it our best shot.
Okay. I just don't want to get in an accident because of old decrepit over here. I do feel like you're on the tail end of sick though.
Yes,
like
the sick.
That's getting better.
The sick
and
is good.
It's transferred over to me.
Yep.
I felt like a tingling in my throat last night. I was like, no, this is not happening.
Yes, it is. You could not escape it. Hopefully you avoid the back destruction though that I'm going through.
Yeah, I've only thrown my back out once. That was enough for me.
It's incredible.
Mountains are. Like, it's not just the mountains, these hills, which There, now you can see it a little bit better. But this whole drive on the Seward Highway has just been gorgeous. I was reading in the milepost that this is Turn Again Arm, and it has like one of the biggest tides in the world, like the tidal range. Also, apparently the mud and sand is actually quicksand. And in here in the milepost, it literally says that you need to not go out on it because you can be trapped in the mud and then the tide will cover you before you can get rescued. And I mean, I'm like, who's gonna do that? Like, okay, like what insane tourist is gonna go out there and test that, especially with all these warnings? Well, apparently tourists have died out on the quicksand and they just can't rescue them. So there's your fun fact of the day.
Fun fact indeed.
We've been on the road for maybe 10, 15 minutes and we're already stopping for fuel because we completely forgot to get it before we left Anchorage. So I know we're probably gonna pay more. Can you see?
I'm trying to
how
figure
much
out how
it
I'm
is?
getting in here.
I would go down there and then turn in.
I've already got cars coming. All right, we're going in here.
You're committed?
Yep, I'm committed.
Okay.
This is not at all awesome. I'm just trying to figure out if there's a way around this building or not. It's too late now. Actually, I don't think there is.
Yeah, I would go
crap.
up around there. And... By the way, we have new walkies now. We're done using Craig and Victoria's cheapo Walmart
Wow.
walkies.
Shade thrown.
It was so hard to hear, and then the static was kind of crazy. So I don't know, Joseph's patience level has not been great since he's been sick, so I think he had just had it with the walkies. So we got some new ones. They are working really well. Plus, we wanted them for like backing up.
I was gonna
stuff,
say,
too.
full disclosure, we saw them using walkies for backing up, and
And
we're like,
that's a good
that's
idea.
a good idea.
We've been RVing 5 years. We don't have walkies.
Just tell them we might be stuck here forever.
It's a good thing we got gas here
Why is that?
because there's no more gas till Seward.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we would not have made it. Well, yeah, probably wouldn't have.
This is why the milepost is so helpful because it tells you exactly where gas stations are and how far you are from like another gas station. The trick is just trying to figure out where you are currently in the milepost. Like you're like, okay, double paved turn out to west. Well, I've seen 5 of them. Which one am I at?
Well, it happened. We got 55 miles to go and my back is done. So we're switching drivers. I've only had 2 days of this and I'm already complaining my eyeballs out. So those of you who deal with stuff like this on a daily basis, my heart goes out to you and my hat's off to you if you're able to do it without nearly the amount of complaining that I've been doing. Oh, you got a muffin.
I got snacks.
Oh, you brought me a fruit roll up.
Yep.
You love
and
me.
I'm in the driver's seat, obviously. All right, we are all set.
Have you ever driven for an hour with the trailer?
No, I just drive when you do the drone, and I think that's it. It's just like driving a car that has 33 feet attached to it.
I really wish I wasn't in pain because I really would kind of like to enjoy this passenger princess role that I'm having over here. Should I select the music? Should I, like, I don't need to navigate. She's got the map right there. When Kalyn's over here, oh, you know what?
What?
Here's what I need to do. I am supposed to be in the milepost guide and telling Kalyn what comes next. That's my role.
There you go.
All right, so we are no longer by the Marsh Fields of Death. It's a favorite campground for many Alaskans. Double-ended turnout to east is a slow vehicle turnout for northbound traffic. I feel like such a wimp over here.
Anything interesting?
Nope, great for canoes, kayaks, small fishing boats. It's wheelchair accessible. Hey, I could go there.
I feel like Craig and Victoria are slowing down for me. What's at mile 39?
I will tell you when we get there. All right, so these like gates here, I know it's obviously to close the road, but I'm like, why are they closing the various roads? Because these aren't passes. So the milepost says that they're for avalanche gates, so that they keep people from like driving through when there's an avalanche. Are you getting some bounces? Honestly, y'all, she puts me to shame. She's got her hands right there, 10 and 2. I'm over there just like, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Well, because you're used
Eyes
to
like
it more.
perfectly focused on the
Well,
road.
I'm nervous. I don't want to screw this up.
You're not screwing it up, you're doing great. So the spot we're going to is supposed to be a riverbed. Like it's on the edge of the river.
Which I know sounds very dangerous.
Especially if you have grown up where rivers flood often.
Right. But we've seen other people, like I think
Yes.
Less Drunk More Journey, when we watched their Alaska videos, they stayed on riverbeds.
Yep.
Like it's just a thing.
It just depends. Just do your research. Still sketchy.
Ooh, I don't know that we can fit down there.
There is a pole out up here, supposedly.
That is a big bump.
That's huge. Oh my word. Ooh, ooh. I knew it was coming, but oh my goodness.
She's pulling in like a pro. All right, we're gonna do some.
Yeah, we're gonna talk because that does not look doable. We could try to go off to one of the other pull-offs and just camp there for a few days.
We can try it. See, I mean, we'll definitely fit at that one with the bus.
Okay, so I guess we'll go back to that pull-off and I guess just set up for the night at least.
Just do 2
Okay.
under each one.
A little more? Okay, now you're centered.
All right, yep. Update on the back, still hurting. Kalyn and I are gonna get set up. We're going to lay low for a couple days. We're gonna try to kick this cold, kick this backache, and then we're just gonna catch back up with you, let you know if we're still in this boondocking spot or if we moved on somewhere else. So that's the plan. We'll touch base with you very soon.
Last time we checked in with you a few days ago, I was just getting sick. Joseph was getting over his sickness. I'm kind of on the tail end of it, finally feeling good enough to go out and do something today. And as you can tell, we're still in the same boondocking spot on the side of the road. There's so much traffic here. We couldn't find any alternative spots, and then we discovered a sign on the side of the road that said anything on this road outside city limits, you could stay for 8 days. So we figured, all right, we're good here. We're not gonna get kicked out, but kind of can't wait to leave.
And we sadly do have one other sickness update. We tried our best to keep from spreading this, but unfortunately, we know at least one of the Wild RV Life crew also has come down with the flu.
I am so excited for today though, because we have not left the RV in the last 4 days and we're so tired of staring at the walls and doing nothing. Like, we didn't come to Alaska to be sick.
So we're so excited because we're running errands today. But
Yay!
actually, that's literally just an excuse to get us into town because we're going to possibly go to the highlight of Kalyn's whole Alaska trip.
I don't know that it's gonna be the highlight.
I don't know. I hear you around baby animals, and that's all I need to know.
So keep watching to see where we end up. Whew, good riddance for a few hours. That was tough to be stuck in there.
Yes. So the errands we're wanting to get done today is I want to fill a propane tank. I probably should fill up the truck if I can. We want to pick up some groceries, specifically drinking water at a local Safeway, and we want to deliver a whole mess of Postcard Club postcards.
Whee! And get rid of trash.
Oh yes, oh my goodness, yes.
We have so much trash, and I don't know if it's because we've been sick, maybe using a bunch of tissues.
Something.
I don't know. We've got a lot of trash.
3 bags back there.
Yeah.
I watched somebody get out of their camper this morning. They took their one little grocery bag of trash, and I'm like, I'm impressed with you because that's not us. That's not how we're living right now.
Killing the environment over here. We are headed to we're here. We're here in the parking lot of Alaska Sea Life Center, which is an aquarium, but it's also a wildlife rehabilitation center for marine animals. So they just got some new harbor seal pups in that were abandoned and orphaned. So I'm hopeful we'll get to see those, but I don't know, any animal, I'm just so excited for.
I'm still gimpy.
The other thing I got, so I think we can get in here, buy one, get one free, because I bought the Alaska Tour Saver app, which was $79.95, I think, and it gives you discounts on all these things to do in Alaska. So I think it's gonna turn out to be a good deal. So I just saved $40 and I already have another excursion booked using the Tour Saver app. So it's already paid for itself. So if you decide to come to Alaska, look into that app.
You wanna fight? Huh? Huh?
Ooh, and just moves a little bit.
If you stick your fingers between his prongs, it gives you a little sea urchin hug. He's hugging me.
Aww. I bet you all the harbor seal pups are back there hidden away. I don't think I'm gonna get to see them today.
And down here we have the super rare Homo sapien cleanus tancus.
You're so bad. Okay, I want to see a puffin like out in the wild, but this is the first time seeing an actual puffin, and I'm very excited about it. It's so cute. Oh my god. That was so scary. Well, that was a cute little afternoon adventure.
Very cute, very fun. Got to do like touch things, got to see seals and sea lions.
It is smaller than we expected, but it was nice to be able to like go around multiple times in case there was like a lot of crowds near one section.
And it's
then we
really
could go
nice
back.
to have admission go to something that you respect and like. Like we love
Right.
that they're saving animals, and we bought some more
We
postcards.
did. We're gonna send more postcards. All right, it has been a few videos since we've given you an Alaska Fund update.
Like, weren't we on the Alcan?
We were still traveling on the
hadn't done the
Alaska
3-day trip
highway.
yet.
I don't know if we subconsciously just don't want to like,
We don't want to consider the amount of money going
think
out
about
of the
what
account.
we're spending. But just as a reminder, so we saved $15,000 for this trip to Alaska, and that was going to be a mix for activities, for fuel, obviously, and then we also had like buffer, which we're ending up using for campgrounds because boondocking is just so hard to find. So we have spent, since the last time we gave you an update, $340 in campgrounds, so that includes Valdez and then the McCarthy campground. We also have spent $361.45 in activities. That included the Glacier Tour and then the Alaska Tour Saver app that I was telling you about earlier. I also included that as an activity as well.
And did you include the animal place today?
No.
Uh-oh.
All right, we're back. So with the $40 extra, so that means our activities are $401.45 for all of that. And then the rest, which we have spent in fuel, is $1,007.09. And that includes most of the Alaska Highway and then traveling all the way down here to Seward.
Going to McCarthy and back.
Yeah, so it's not bad.
It's
not terrible.
Fuel costs have gone down significantly since we've gotten into Alaska.
Which has been really nice. So what we have left is $11,821.91 to cover our remaining excursions, some campgrounds if you can't find boondocking again, and then of course fuel.
Good.
I feel like we're doing really well. Now we do have some expensive excursions coming up, so
yes, we do.
that
Stay
will
tuned.
change. But stay tuned, subscribe. Thanks so much for joining us here.
Sorry, I jumped on you. If you are at all curious about how we earned that $15,000, we will stick that playlist over on this side or over on that side. I'm not sure which side,
It's
but it'll
very
be there.
bingeable.
Yes.
So go ahead and your weekend is booked now.
There you go. And
You're
we'll
welcome.
see you next Friday.
Bye.